shortest time. You had to go, but I'm just so happy I had you. The morning's near and still I can't tell you how I feel. Just another lonely day to get through. I don't care how far, I won't stop trying. I wanna be right where you are.
It's finally time. We are ready for day 4 of the 5-day reading breakthrough. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Everything just crashed. I had everything ready and it just crashed. So you guys are awesome for showing up. Cheers to you for being faithful and still refreshing. This is going to be a very exciting day because we keep seeing our star student go ahead, moving forward, right? But also your student or students. So I want to be celebrating you today. So start the comments on what you have been seeing with your students, okay? And we're so glad that you're here. And yes, you can win, Elena. We've got a couple different, I got some things to catch up with because I forgot to announce one winner yesterday. So if you think a friend might like seeing how fast Switch It can just rocket them ahead, then please do invite them. And by the way, if this is the first time that we've met, my name is Dr. Marnie Ginsberg. I am the founder of Reading Simplified, and it's our mission to streamline reading instruction. Does that sound good to anybody? And at the same time, accelerate students' reading achievement. And I think this big event where we just focus on one of our core activities, Switch It, encapsulates that mission because you can throw out other activities, plan less, thus streamlining your instruction. And at the same time, we're seeing our students rocket ahead. Many of you are saying things like, I'm so surprised by what they can do. So let's dive in to day 4 of the 5-day reading breakthrough. Are you ready? I'm so excited. What do we have on tap today? We need to hear from you. How did testing out Switch It go? Has it been your first day, your 4th day? We've got some winners to announce. I forgot to do yesterday's winner because I was so excited about the Reading Simplified Academy and the bonuses that we're doing. And we've got a unique offer for you. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to briefly show you some of the things because some of the goodness in this offer is ending tonight at midnight, so I don't want you to miss it, but that will be very brief. It's in the replay for day 3 if you want to know about the full package. And then our teaching point today, specific positive feedback. That's how we really move the needle. And then, of course, we're going to see day 4 for our cool star student. How far will he go? Yesterday, he went from 3 sound words to 4 sound words, CVCC words. And along the way, we'll take questions, and hopefully I can draw a winner again. So you can comment to be a winner either on Facebook, on the Facebook post, or inside the Reading Breakthrough portal if you joined. That's how we getting our winners. Okay, so let's keep moving. What are your results? Maybe you've seen something like Wendy. I am so thrilled to report this. The ELL teacher just came in and said, whatever you are doing, do not stop. She has seen amazing improvements this week. So what are your results? I'd love to start seeing them so I can cheer for you. Rebecca says he can segment beginning and ending sounds. He's starting to hear the vowel sound, saying the sound and not the name of the vowel. And you've got 2 days down. Very, very good. Lisa is saying she's making so much progress with Switch It. Thank you so much for helping us help our kiddos. That is our mission. We love to do that. We found what works and we don't want to keep it to ourselves. Hey, Gayla, congratulations. 3 vowels and 9 consonants. Diane's excited to see how the star student goes. Excellent, excellent. Randy, you are now moving up to 4 sounds with a consonant cluster at the beginning. CCVC, halfway through the list. Understanding kicking in. This is so good. Okay, so I also wanted to pick some winners from the comments yesterday. We had so many good comments, so I'm just going to pick 2. So I'm going to read these comments, and then I'm going to spin my little prize wheel and give winners the prize on there. Whoops. Okay. Cursor problems. There's always something. Monica said, had an amazing session with 2 of my special education students working on level 3, list 7, A and D. Struggled with differentiating the short U and the short O, as in Doug and dog, or duck and duck. By the end of sessions, my students were switching letters more quickly and with greater ease. I love this. Like, she's zeroing in on their particular issue. It's with those phonics patterns. They're not mastering them, but they're getting better. That is huge. And then I really like how Sharon's giving a shout out to Reading Simplified and our team. She is in her 2nd year of the academy, and she says that I make her feel as though she's our only customer. The program is wonderful. The staff and teachers are always available. I couldn't ask for more. Thank you so much for saying that, Sharon. We have such dedicated people on this team because they are like many of you, and like I was at one point. They didn't know how to teach reading really quickly and well for everyone, and they found a more efficient way, and they want to share that with others. So that's why they're here, and they're very good at what they do. So I'm supposed to have the day 3 winner, but I don't know that I've gotten it picked yet from our team. So that might come up later. Okay. I do have it. I'll show you soon. In the meantime, let's go back to this. I said, I'm just so excited. Plus, technology things throws my thinking. So I'm going to pick, okay? So for both Monica and Sharon, Greg, if you can write their names down, they're both winning because I couldn't pick. I mean, frankly, there were more answers than there were so many deserving winners. But this is what we're gonna spin for both Monica and Sharon. Okay, this is their prize. Oh, cool. So an actual decodable book we'll send to you via Amazon. So thanks, ladies, for playing. And we will have the winner in a few minutes for the day 3 prize. That is, I think that was the phonic book set. It's coming soon. The next day's prize is going to be this pack of games, 5 games, crazy longs. They're so fun, from sound readers. So it's like, notice it's the O sound. This is how we roll here at Reading Simplified. 1 sound, multiple spellings, and you play it like crazy 8s. So the next person who is drawn from all the comments for homework, either on the Facebook post or in the Reading Breakthrough portal, will be drawing. Greg draws randomly from there. And don't forget, if you do your comments all 5 days in a row, you're going to be entered into this grand prize. A whole set of phonic books, beautiful decodable sets, decodable books that align with Reading Simplified. Whole phonics are also beautiful, fun, and they have diverse characters. That's their level 2 set. Look how many books that is. It's about $80. You'll get the crazy longs, and then a beautiful, large pack of resources from the Literacy Hill. All of these programs really align well with Reading Simplified. So where are we? Remember that you are learning about Switch It, but it's just one of the pieces. And if you want the full Reading Simplified system, this is all it is. It's really simple, right? But you need to learn how to fit it all in. And so we're offering the opportunity to jump into the Reading Simplified Academy. I introduced that yesterday, but I'm just briefly going to remind you about that because we're doing 2 fast acting bonuses that we released yesterday, and they're disappearing tonight. So if you want to learn the full Reading Simplified system, what would that be? That would be a system that is going to do something like this for our star student. Check it out. After he did the 5 days of Switch It, I taught him this 3-part lesson plan, and from January to June, look how far he went. He ended up in the 4th grade at the end of kindergarten for word attack, 2nd grade for word ID, and 2nd grade for spelling. That's not unusual, though. Look at what Meeker Elementary's kindergarten did. They were accustomed to being at the bottom of the district. Now they were 11 percentile points above the district average because they implemented Reading Simplified. But I think we should watch one of Meeker's teachers briefly tell us about her experience. Would that be fun? This is Tara Hess. I'm about to show you. This cute little video should be going. This is Tara that we're going to hear from. She's talking about her Reading Simplified experience. And soon we're going to, after we listen to her, we'll learn a little bit about what's in the Reading Simplified Academy, then our teaching point, and then see our star student. Okay, so here is what Tara has to say about her experience discovering Reading Simplified and what difference it made.
I started that year with I think there were 16 kids in my intensive group. In November, I started doing Switch It with my group. I joined the academy in February, and then fully started implementing the Reading Simplified model in April. And by the end of that year, I had dwindled my group down to 6 because 10 of them had grown to grade level and could move on out of the intensive groups. By the end of the year, all of my first graders, our entire first grade level, we dibble our kids, were on grade level for their nonsense word fluency. So every single first grader could blend a word and read 13 or whatever in a minute. That had never been done before. And we realized something was so impactful and so powerful. Anne-Marie and I presented our stuff to the rest of our staff. Every single person said, I will try anything at this point, because our kids, our readers are some of the lowest in our district. We have a fairly large district. It has changed everything about our school, our culture, the confidence in our students. It is such a different dynamic in our school this year than it has been before. And we've got kids who they just want to do it because they want to learn, and they're finding out that they can learn more when they can read. I'll just share this last bit of information because we all are just like, we want to cry when we see it. We use DIBELS as our measurement, and we did our mid-year benchmarks last year for kindergartners who have never been exposed to any type of curriculum. When we look at their scores and normed against the national average, 90% of our kinders are performing at or above grade level, all because we do Reading Simplified. That is the only difference between us and the other schools in our district and across the country. And we look at that and we're like, I can't wait to have those kinders when I'm a 2nd grade teacher for them. It's mind-blowing how much this has changed lives. I started that year.
She is inspiring, isn't she? Thank you to Tara for sharing that. She's got the same passion that we have here inside the Reading Simplified team, and that's why we want you to have this access to the full system. Switch It is just like the icing on the cake. You want the rest of the cake. And the way you can get the rest of the cake is to join the Reading Simplified Academy. And again, I'm only going to just quickly go through a little bit of what I released yesterday, because there's some bonuses that are ending today and I don't want you to miss it. So when you jump inside the Reading Simplified Academy, there's just like maybe 3 really big ideas. You're going to learn our simplified system. You go through a 9-hour video course at your own pace, gradually unlocking more and more resources to build into this full 3-part lesson plan. It's simple, but it works for multiple ages. You're also going to get the resources you need, multiple decodable texts, and activity sheets, cursor problems. Okay, I'm going to just move things around. Aha, there we go. So you get the training in the main course, you get over 1,000 pages of differentiated materials, and you get our help, just like you're seeing in the comments today inside our discussion board, which we call the Teacher's Lounge. There are Reading Simplified experts, including me, there every day to answer your questions so you don't do it alone. So we think this is like a complete professional learning system to learn a system and an approach that works for everything, for everyone who's not yet fluent. So I particularly wanted to point out, in case you missed yesterday, we've got 2 fast acting bonuses that end tonight at midnight. So Greg, if you could drop the link for people to consider joining the Reading Simplified Academy, you will get these bonuses later this week. But they're only available if you join today, and they are a call with me. I love to meet with teachers on Zoom and help out, answer questions, whatever it is that best serves you. And that can be, in a month from now, next week. It could be when you're done with the course. It's your choice based on my calendar. Also, the second fast acting bonus is this tic-tac-toe game set. Super fun, decodable in order of our scope and sequence, which we call the streamline pathway. So those 2 things are fast acting bonuses that end tonight. Okay. Plus, if you join during this season while we're releasing the Academy to people for the 5-day reading breakthrough, we have some other bonuses, but these are the 2 that actually end tonight. The other bonuses are this huge pack of centers, 5 crazy longs games that you can download, 5 crazy shorts, our 8 Steal It games, the discard game, which is one thing from the Literacy Hill, and these vocab and vowel packs, super cool, from our partner at Top Notch Teaching. Also downloadable. Switch It, take our online tool and just put it on every student's device or computer. Also, this cool Roll It game set. Again, it aligns with our scope and sequence, strategically chosen words, and also this mystery word card, 84 pages of these words that are aligned with our scope and sequence, where you gradually I encourage the child to gradually pull the card out, read and blend continuously, and then check with the picture. Kids love this. It helps teach blending. And then these savings from sister products, companies that have very similar approach to how we teach decoding. 10% off phonic readers, 50% off sound readers, digital games, 20% off the Literacy Hill, 20% off the Word Cracker software for multi-syllable word reading or morphology, and 20% off Top Notch Teaching. I mean, really big things. So those are all the big bundles that are just for you if you join during this season. So that's why we want you to consider jumping in today. You get the full pack of bundles, the bundle of bonuses, and then also you get the 2 fast acting ones. So if you check out the link in the comments, that is your ticket. You can either choose $347, which is the lowest price annually, or $39 a month. I know some of you said you don't even have that $39 a month. What I recommend is, and we made it this way, so you can get in there and do the main course in a month or 2 months or 3 months and spend less than $100 and still rock your reading outcomes. If you decide that you're going to go and finish, you don't have to stay around. We'd love for you to stick around, but if your budget really doesn't handle that, then just plan to do the courses in a quick time period and then cancel. So that's a little bit about the Reading Simplified Academy. We're so proud of it because it does get massive transformations for kids, gets schools to get outcomes like at the 80th percentile and not the 40th or 50th. And one of the ways in which it does it is one of our teaching tips for this week, because we have specific targeted feedback. And when we give that specific targeted feedback, then students' learning accelerates. So how many of you downloaded the Switch It guide and read through some of these tips for giving feedback? This is what I'd like for you to kind of maybe pour over a little bit more tomorrow, because you're going to see some real strong results here. What I notice with most programs is that it tells you to do these steps 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't tell you what to do when the kid makes a mistake. And so what happens is a lot of times we end up saying, oh, well, he can't segment 3 sound words. And so we keep them at 3 sound words, or we're not even manipulating words because the child seems to be struggling. But in the Reading Simplified setting, we know why they're struggling. We know how to lift them up, to scaffold them into that next step. And a lot of it comes down to that one simple page of comments. We have similar types of feedback for each core word work activity. But whether you are working with a 5-year-old or a 15-year-old, if they're not yet doing the activity easily and they're not yet fluent, then they're probably making one of these mistakes. So study this and get it into your blood, so to speak, so it just comes naturally. This is how I just speak when a kid does any of these types of errors, and they apply also, some of them apply in transferring to real text. So for instance, what if you say, okay, let's change sat to Sam, and the student looks at you like, I don't know what you want me to do. Well, maybe draw it out a little bit more by exaggerating and elongating the sounds in both words. Okay, so I'm just going to do this one. Pretend I had some letter sounds. We have sat, and we need Sam. So I'm going to really ham it up, and I'm going to be pointing. And then ask them to just do the one thing that is the first step. Which of these should we move? Which one of these should we take away? So they just need to figure out that it's the third part. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of the t. So that's the first step. We break the task down, in other words. Okay, so you have sa, and we need to make it sam. What sound is that? That's right. Okay, which one of these is So did you see how that task got broken up into multiple segments? That's one way in which you can help a child be successful that might otherwise be a failure and be stuck at that level. You can move them up through your coaching. One of the things that I think is missing when we think about phonemic awareness is that kids actually have this knowledge in their brain. They know the difference between cat, caught, kit, keg. I mean, they can hear that those are different words. So the awareness of those phonemes, I think keg's a different word. Cat, caught, kit. Those are three that only have one vowel change, okay? They know that those are different words. So there is a phonemic awareness that helps them distinguish the meanings of those words. It's just maybe latent, like underneath the surface, and they need to have you draw it out. So it's there, and you're coaching, you're elongating, and you're exaggerating, and you're pointing. That is what makes the student succeed at something that seemingly is too hard for him or her. Elaine and Marnie, scaffolding and feedback is the key. So let me do one more thing. A lot of times people are with Switch It are worried. Well, I haven't taught them yet, or I haven't taught them yet. And that's okay. Just stick the letter sound on the board. They may figure it out. And if they don't, then this is what you do. And here's feedback point 2. Well, if they move, like if they have that, and they had that, but they made it into thipit, and they put a P there where the A was supposed to be. So they moved the wrong thing. So they put in the P instead of the A. Well, that makes thipit. That's kind of funny, isn't it? I hope I'm not spitting on you guys with my microphone and my P. So we need that. First, identify the sound. What sound goes there for that? That's right, ah. Now, which of these is ah? And what if they point to the wrong one? No problemo. That's actually pa. This is ah. Say ah, and they pull it down. So you teach them dynamically based on their needs. So my encouragement to you is to read over this and kind of studying it. Is there something here that you think would be good for you to add to your repertoire, so to speak? And these tips work for Switch It. They also work for our activities like Write It. And like I said, even when you're reading real books, these two apply as well. Just checking through your comments. Oh, that's so cute, Tina. I love it. Karen's asking about the academy. If you join after tonight, you will get all of those bonuses I mentioned except the 2 fast acting ones. So you would get all those center games like Steal It and Crazy Longs, the downloadable Switch It online, the Roll It cards. You just wouldn't get the Call with Me and the Tic-Tac-Toe. Okay. So I don't want to go through all of these for efficiency's sake, but I think you can figure that out if you just give it a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes to kind of study it. What is good for you? Is there something here that would be helpful for you to add to your repertoire? And that would be great to just share that with the community. Also, I want to reiterate our teaching point from yesterday. We were saying push them up. If they're at 3 sound words, go to 4 sound words. We are challenging our child's ability each day, and this scaffolding and the feedback is one of the ways in which we know we can do that. We're not letting them just hang out to dry in the wind. Hang out in the wind. You know, when I get on these lives, I just mix like 7 different metaphors, so maybe you can tell me what I meant. We don't want to let the kids coast, and that's what a lot of reading programs will do. If they're not good at 3 sound words, then they'll just keep them at 3 sound words for weeks and months. No. As soon as they get kind of good at it, we're going to push them ahead, and that's why we get acceleration. We're looking to see where they are. And so these are the 2 diagnostic questions we're asking every day to see if we can move our kids up. Can I increase the level of phonemic difficulty? If they were at CVC today, maybe they can go to CVCC tomorrow. That's one of the questions. The other question is, what letter sounds can I add tomorrow? So if I had A and I on Monday, can I add O tomorrow? Maybe even an SH? You can add more than 1 letter sound a day. If you ask those 2 things every day, you're going to be able to avoid coasting. You're going to be challenging your student, and they will accelerate. And these feedback cues, these are the ticket to helping you, besides asking those 2 diagnostic questions. This is what Terry says. Yes, it can really help them fly. And it's fun. And you are smart. A lot of reading programs don't want you to be thinking, but they want you just to go through the same thing all the time with every kid. Every kid is different. We're always saying that as teacher, but we're not given the permission to do that. Well, with Reading Simplified activities, we are taught a simple number of diagnostic rules of thumb that enable us to demonstrate that we are smart. We know what our students can do, and we're not going to just follow a list blindly because it's in a book. Okay, so let's get into our star student. Are you ready? Look at where he has come. He started not knowing any short vowels. He could not segment a 3 sound word on the weekend. On Monday and Tuesday, he did 3 sound words. Yesterday, on Wednesday, we moved him up to 4 sound words. C, V, C, C. When the C is at the end, it's a little easier than when it's at the beginning. Look at all the short vowels that we've added, almost all of them except for U. And he's already been adding a digraph, a consonant digraph, SH. Most of these letter sounds on the board are new to him. Lisa asks a great question. Do you normally increase both at the same time? Phonemic difficulty first, more letters first, or does it depend on the child? Well, for sure, be sensitive to what your child presents to you. I'm not saying blindly go ahead and make them cry, but push them to the level of challenge that with your support, they can feel successful. And so, yes, it's certainly not 100% of the time, but many times we do increase both the level of phonemic difficulty and we fold in more letter sounds because they're different things. They don't necessarily trip the child up. On the other hand, if you have a child who's highly anxious and this activity is not yet fun for them, then maybe you don't want to do both at the same time. But I would love to hear from experienced folks. How often are you actually, I'm going to move up to CVCC and I'm actually going to add in short E. How many of you have done that? Jennifer's working with English language learners in kindergarten, and she bumped 3 of her groups up to CVCC today. Yay! Most of them did amazing. And you're going to try the harder CCVC tomorrow. I love it. Yikes, exactly, Laura. There are other programs that it takes 2 months to get through closed syllables from 3 to 5 sounds. Yeah, that's because they're just thinking about the lowest common denominator, but you know what your child is capable of, and if you have these diagnostic questions, you can move them up. Angela, we stick to letter sounds because that's how the code works. Our written language is a code for sounds. The names can trip kids up. They can learn the letter names later after they're becoming on their way to fluent, on their way to good sound-based decoding. So I'm always saying the sounds when I'm playing this game. Oh, Lori, your daughter was stuck in CVC land forever. I've seen it so often. This is often how programs are designed, and it's a failure of the program, in my opinion. Karen, yeah, we're adding rigor with support. You can do both, and when you have the cues, I think it makes it a lot easier. Like I hadn't been taught these cues or these diagnostic steps, when I was so frustrated as I was a middle school teacher. My kids weren't reading even at the 4th grade level barely. And so I didn't have this knowledge. Once I gained it, it became easier and easier to make these decisions. Okay, great, Angela. And Jennifer usually tries to add, again, in kindergarten, 2 to 3 new sounds each day. The level gets bumped up when I see they are ready. Sometimes this happens at the same time. Okay, thank you, Jennifer, for sharing that. All right, so this is where our kid was, our star student was. Where is he going to go today? Any guesses? For those of you who haven't seen it before, let's dive into day 4 of, if I can get my cursor, treating me nicely. Day 4 is coming. Let's hide this. I got too many things on the screen. So I'm going to hide this. And now I can see it. Okay, day 4. Please share what you're noticing about him improving. And also, what skills is he practicing? Remember, from day 1, I promised that switch it, and almost all Reading Simplified activities, they integrate multiple sub-processes simultaneously. You don't have to do things in isolation. You put all the kit and caboodle into one activity in the context of words, and students get a lot more bang for their buck. And it makes more sense. Okay, day 4 for our star student. Your first word is flock, like a flock of birds. You got it. Where is the f? Oh, good. Now, what do you hear next in flock? Okay, you've got full. What's next in flock? Ah.
No. Oh.
That's right. Okay, you've got flaw, and then the word is flock. That's right.
Can we do 5?
Maybe so, if we get to the end. Let's check flock. What are the sounds? Yeah. Okay, you're right about the ah over here. Let's go back. Let's step back. This is a challenge, but you can do it. Oh. The word is flock. Okay, can you switch flock to flop? Like I flop on the bed. You have flock. Switch it to flop. What sound? Nice, okay. Now we need to switch it to flap, like the bird will flap its wings. You have flop, we need flap. Good, that was really good. He quickly picked up the ah sound there. Let's check flap. The word is flap. The word is flap. Ah. Nice. And what's the whole word?
Flat.
That's right. Okay. You know what we should do for you? Because you're doing so well? Clap. Can you switch flap to clap? Okay, you said the right sound, but this isn't k. He picked a short E. That's it.
There we go.
that's right. Okay, let's check clap. What did you make here? Real short, just. Well, the word is, well, that's right. We've got clap, and the word is,
Clap.
we're going to change it to clop, like a horse clops on his hooves. Well, we need the k in clop. You had clap your hands, switch it to clop, the horse
Wait.
hooves clop. Yep.
We have to take this one away.
Let's listen again to the sounds.
Wait.
You have, no, listen. Listen, you have clap. You need clop.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Both of these are new sounds to him that we just added yesterday, so it's hard. K, oh,
Oh.
ah. Real big mouth, like a circle. Ah, clop. Let's switch it to plop. Plop. Plop the ice down in the glass.
That's easy.
That was fast for him. You're right. Okay, tell me the sounds. Plop. Oh.
Oh.
Ah. Open mouth. Ah.
Oh.
And the last sound. Nice. And the word is
Pop.
pull.
Oh.
Plop. We're on to plop, and we want to switch it to plot, like a plot of land, of an area of land.
There's T.
Yep. And what sound is it in plot? Very good. Check the sounds in plot. Oh, he nailed it without my help.
Oh.
Ah, real big mouth. Ah,
Oh.
pull,
Oh.
plot. Can you say the word?
Plot.
Here's another word that we don't use very much, but it kind of means to go slowly. To plod, you have plot.
No, wait.
Yep. What sound goes there in
We're never moving
plod?
this one.
Plod.
D. 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 Where's D? Is there any D on here?
Yes.
There we go.
And what sound is it at the end of plod?
T. D.
D.
Oh. Oh.
Plod.
D.
Duh. That's a good thing. Prod.
Oh.
Yeah, we have the but we need prod. Rrr. I like how you saying that. Rrr. It's kind of like a growling dog. Rrr. It's good. Rrr. And you recognize it. Awesome. The whole point of today's lesson of me emphasizing the importance of giving feedback was kind of demonstrated today. A lot of times he didn't know what he was moving the wrong thing, and instead of me saying, well, no, we need p, I said, well, no, that we have plod and we need prod. So that's me still connecting it, still helping him out for sure, but not segmenting it because he's got to do the work of segmenting. Your first. So thank you for sharing your comments. Did you see how the scaffolding was helping him? And did you notice that the scaffolding is a lot less than it was on day one? On day one, I was like, how can you make sad? It was just really hard for him. And we're on day 4. And check out what he's been able to accomplish. A lot of letter sounds on the board. 2 consonant digraphs, SHCK. Almost all the short vowels in one day. He did A, O, I, and E. Some lesser known consonants like W and L, and even a V, evidently. And notice also we moved up one level of phonemic difficulty. It's still a 4-sound word, but it's actually a little harder to do that consonant cluster at the beginning, the C, C, V, C. So slop is easier than must. So it's exciting, isn't it? What questions do you guys have? You had some really good questions. I hope you got answers. We've got a great team here that really know Reading Simplified well. like Terry and Jennifer. I don't know if Deb's here, and Adrian's here. So they will not steer you wrong. Just checking the I like how he said, we're never moving the L, and then you put the R in the place of an L. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I love the growling R. The growling R, like a dog growls. Because if we say it becomes very similar to ER as in her. When we're saying rug, we're not actually saying rug, right? We're just saying and it's kind of, and unlike many consonants, it's hard to pull it apart from the word. So a growling sound is one shortcut that I was taught, and it helps me. Exactly. CVC was harder. CCVC was harder for him than CVCC. And you'll find that too with your students, I bet. Look, aren't my comments just like really bizarre? Like, I don't know, they started angling into. I think the computer is on a mission to mess me up. Okay, absolutely. Those blends are challenging for many students, and that's why this activity is so powerful, because with the constant comparing and contrasting and having to listen and moving every position in the word, that's how our word lists are designed, that we're not going to just move like the last sound or the first sound or just the vowel. We're moving every position in a word list. And we're totally, emphasizing the vowel sounds. Okay, so Greg, I've got two things for you. Can you drop the link for folks to join? Don't forget, this is the day for the fast acting bonuses. If you join now, you'll get a call with me and the cool tic-tac-toe set that was just created. And after that, Greg, you can pick our winner. So I'm just going to remind you one more time that now's the time to join the Reading Simplified Academy to get the full system. Switch It is amazing, but don't let that amazing success go to your head. There's more to learn. And when you put the whole package together, you get much faster outcomes, like Tara said at the beginning of our time together. So there's the link to join. I'll stick around to see if there's a couple more questions. And then I think I have some research that I'm going to save. And I'm going to put this in our Facebook group just for time's sake. I've got some research to back up some of the features of Switch It. So that's something you can look for in our Facebook group. And then also give us that link, Greg, the winners. And Denise is pointing out that, beginning and ending blends are really hard for kids with speech and language impairments. And we have had, even just recently, some speech and language pathologists telling us how helpful Switch It is for them for speech. So it's a win-win, because it works for reading and it works for speech. Terry is an experienced Reading Simplified tutor. She has a 22-year-old student who could finally segment those first two sounds today in CCVC words. Okay, how do you progress monitor? We are asking ourselves at the end of the session, what sounds particularly were challenging for the student. Inside our Reading Simplified Academy, we have a lesson plan called the dynamic assessment, where we plan the lesson, but we also take notes. And we might circle if they got the short A. Every time they got the short A, we might circle it a couple times. If they missed the short I, we might draw a slash through it. So you can take notes like that. We don't do it on every single letter because you want to focus more on giving them feedback, but that will help you just kind of take a few notes, and then you look at the assessment at the end of that session. And you ask yourself, did he get short A and short I at least 70% of the time? Then he's ready for O, which would be the next in our scope and sequence. We call it the streamline pathway. So we progress monitor informally with the actual assessment. Now we also have in our snapshot informal assessment, we have 3 forms for phoneme segmentation, letter sound knowledge, and nonsense word reading. So you can do 3 times a year with a different form. That type of assessment, if you don't have anything already like the Dibbles or another Ames Web, that type of thing. But there's so much just naturally happening with a Reading Simplified lesson because you ask those 2 questions. How are they doing with the letter sounds? Did they get this accurate without my help about 70% of the time? And then also, can they handle, if they could do 4 sound words, should I move them up to 5 sound words? In fact, what do you guys think I'm going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow is day 5, the last day of the Switch It Challenge for this little guy. Are we going to move to 5 sound words? Do you think we should? So all I'm doing, Amy, with this boy is I'm asking, did he handle those letter sounds I gave him? Could he handle more? And could he handle a harder level of sound difficulty, phonemic difficulty? That's just the 2 questions we ask that guide us because we're going to, not like other programs, not just go sequentially list by list by list by list without thinking. We are going to flip ahead, and we're done with CVC and we move ahead to CCVCC. We pick one of these because we know our student is now ready. And we're thinking based on our 2 diagnostic questions, so we are more likely to hit instructional match for him. So Denise is bullish. She thinks I'm going to go for the 5 sound word level. I mean, it is a little challenge, which I was on Facebook Live trying to demonstrate the power of Switch It. So Patricia's pretty confident, CCVCC as well. We have had some teachers inside our Reading Simplified Academy Facebook group come up with some of these, and we would be happy to help you in the Teacher's Lounge do that. Yeah, I don't have a clinic. I would love to have a clinic. But we do have lots and lots of Reading Simplified tutors that are across the country and across the world and also do virtual. So that's another option. I saw a question I should probably answer. Sandy, yes, the bonuses are available if you're on the monthly plan. They just come out 1 every month. So if you stay 5 months, you'll get the 5 bonuses. Denise says her SLPs are doing, they want to know what you're doing. I love it. Yeah. Okay, Claire is missing the link to join because she's on YouTube. Does anybody on my team want to figure out how to jump over to YouTube and drop the link that Greg has got? Just let us know. I'm sorry about that, Claire. And right, CK is 1 sound, so it's 1 card. And that's why I think the cards are so important to use ours or something really complementary. Maybe more digraphs. Yep, Diane, I love it. Let's see. Okay, Claire, you're welcome. Hopefully that will work out. And Carol is asking for the link here in Facebook. It should be just a few lines back. I know Greg has dropped it fairly recently. And Greg, have you picked a winner yet? I know I'm giving Greg a lot of jobs. Picking these winners is tricky because you guys are commenting. So he's picking from all your comments. He puts it in a random number generator, and then there it is. There it is. Oh, Patricia's pretty fancy with the tech over there on YouTube. Thank you. On YouTube, if you click the more down below the video and then scroll down, you'll see the link to join. You have to copy and paste into your browser. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Yep. We've got someone who's going to look into private tutoring. Yeah. That if you don't feel like you're the person to teach your own child or, someone that you care for, then please do get some support because there are a lot of challenges in the school system right now. A lot of programs that teachers have been taught have not been really preparing them well. And of course, this is not for everybody, but it's more often than not the truth. I was not prepared with my master's to teach kids how to read, and I hear that many, 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 many times. Yes, these videos are, the replays are going into the 5-day reading breakthrough portal, and they'll be there available for you to watch for 30 days because we want to push you to not forget about it and actually watch. Okay, Amanda, we'll get that option for you if you want the lifetime. Thank you so much for being interested in lifetime. We'd love to have you as a lifetime. So maybe we will write your name down and reach out to you. Okay, anything else about Switch It? Yes, there is a lifetime option, Amy. So Amanda and Amy, if you're interested, I will get some more information to you. Angeline, I hope that's how you say your name. I love how quickly one can move through the sounds and difficulties of the difficulty of words. That is the ticket. Okay, we've got several people that are looking for that as well. And actually, I did mean to say, like, if you're signing up, let us know so we can cheer. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get these for you. If it was an option, I won't go into all this stuff. Okay, we got a lot of lifetime options. I love it. And the thing about the lifetime is that it's a huge discount, but it's also, you get all the bonuses that we ever release. They just come to you no matter what. Terry's experience with this program, and she says anyone can go through and learn how to do this. It takes you one step at a time with support from our team members as you start implementing what you are learning. Okay, I think we should call it a night. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, fast acting bonuses are ending tonight, but we still have a lot of great bundles of bonuses coming to you for about a little bit more than 10 days. You can check your email or the 5-day reading breakthrough for more information about that. But that aside, keep focus on Switch It tomorrow. Make it your next strong day. Maybe it's your 5th day. We will see how far our star student really goes in the finale. And we'll be celebrating not just us, one another, but also we'll be celebrating you. And I was asking Greg for a winner, but maybe it's too much. Maybe we'll just save that winner for tomorrow. Okay, we've got to pick our day 3 winner. Oh, you know what? I can do that. Greg gave it to me, and I'll just do that one real quick. I just got to pull down. It's a fun little game which we watch the spinning. So we'll do that and then we'll call it a day. Okay, day 3, our winner. We had so many participants. This is a really big wheel that Greg created. Thank you so much, Greg. I'm just looking for it. Okay, here we go. Greenie. Did I get the name? Marley. I've seen Marley participating a lot, so I'm glad that you got to be a winner, Marley. So you get the day 3 prize, which I believe was the Phonic Books decodable set. Keep an eye out for Facebook Messenger so we can get your snail mail address. Okay, so how awesome is this? Yvonne, students love Switch It and want to stay at your table longer. There aren't many games like that, especially if you're doing intervention where you have that. Oh, yeah, you're here. Awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so celebrating all of you who have joined the Reading Simplified Academy so you can continue this momentum. But regardless, I know you're going to have momentum with Switch It one more day. I can't wait to see what you are going to do. Okay, thanks for being here. Here's to making great readers.